Good morning, my dear children. Welcome to the online science class. So, my dear children, how are you all? I hope you're fine and you're safe. So, we have completed our second chapter, right? So, today we will enter into a new chapter, chapter 3. Okay. So, what is the topic of chapter 3? Force and work. Okay, force and work. It's a physics topic. Okay, it's an important topic, so listen carefully. It will useful for your higher studies. Okay, it will be useful for your higher studies, so listen carefully. Take your textbook and a pencil with you. Okay, so we will move on to the lesson. So first, what do you mean by force? Do you know about anything about force? And work is you are doing something, right? That is work. Then force. If you are pulling anything, that's a force. If you are pushing anything, that's a force. Okay, if you are trying to pull the door, or if you are trying to push the door, that's a force. There's a force in it. Okay, you are giving some energy to force that, right? So that is a force. Okay, force is a push or pull on an object. So line it in your textbook. Force is a push or pull on an object. We can push, we can pull. So the work done. So the push or pull of an object, we are giving some energy. We are giving some force on the object, right? We are pushing it or pulling it. That is called force. Okay, so what happens when we apply force on an object? When an object is stationary, if you apply force on it, it moves. Okay, stationary means it is stable on the place, it cannot move, it will be in the place where we are keeping it. Okay, for example, a bench. Okay, bench, it cannot be able to move on their own, right? It will be stable and it will be there. So if you are moving, applying some force, what will happen? The bench will move, right? If you are applying some force on it, it moves. Okay, for example, pushing a trolley. If you push the trolley, it will move, right? So if you are giving some force on a moving object, if you put a volleyball down, it will move here and there, right? It will move here and there. If you put some force on it, okay, if you push it below the ground, what will happen? It will be stable, right? So force on stationary object makes it moves. Okay, the force on the moving object, if you give force on a moving object, it will be stable, it will become stable. Okay, or it will stop moving, or it will change the direction. It will stop moving or change the direction. Okay, then effect of forces. If you apply some force, what will happen? What are the effect will happen? Okay, so applying forces can be different in effect. Okay, apply forces are different effect on the object. Okay, first one, a stationary object can move. A stationary object can't move. If you press the accelerator of the car, yeah, in that also you are giving force, right? So if you press the accelerator in the car will move. So a stationary object will move. Okay, then a moving object can stop. A moving object can stop. Take example as a car. Moving, you are moving. If you press the brake, what will happen? The moving object will stop. Okay, first a stationary object will move, second a moving object can stop. Okay, and moving object can move faster or slower or change its direction of movement. That you know that a moving object can change the direction, can move faster or slower, can move the can change the direction of the movement. For example, boat. Okay, so if you pedal faster, the boat will move very fast. If you pedal slowly, the boat will move slowly. If you want to change the direction of the boat, we can change the direction of the boat also. Okay, so next one, an object can fall or break. Okay, if you throw a glass bowl below, it will break, right? It will fall and it breaks. Okay, so these are the effect of forces. Okay, to for applying a force we need some energy, right? If we for doing some work we need energy, like that only for applying force we need energy, right? If you want to push a heavy object we need some energy. Okay, so hence force, energy and work, we need to do some work, right? So that are interconnected, they have some connection between them. Okay, so work is done whenever a force moves something. If you are applying a force and move something, there is a work, right? You are moving something, you are doing some work, right? So when a work is done, energy is transferred from one place to another, right? If you are moving some heavy object, you are giving your full energy to move that object, your energy is transferring to moving that object. So your energy is transferred from one place to another, your energy is wasted and you are moving that object, right? So your energy is transferred from one place to another. Okay, so one place to another. So mark it. So amount of work done. Okay, then amount, how much the amount of work done, how it depends on, okay, the size of the force on the object. If it is a heavy object, we need to pull some extra force, right? You need to give some extra force. So the size of the force on the object, first it depend upon the size on the force of the object. Then distance the object move, how much distance the object moves. Okay, these are the two important point. So distance object move. Okay, then the next, the capacity to do work is called energy. The capacity, how much we can, how much energy or the capacity we need to do work is, that is called energy. Okay, the capacity to do work is called energy. Okay, if you want to do some work we need some energy, right? We need some capacity, that is called energy. Okay, for playing game, carrying school bag, pushing the shopping trolley, eating, walking, so these are the different types of work we are doing using our own energy, right? So we are using our own energy to carry the bag from home to school, we are carrying the book from home to school, we are writing, we are playing, we are playing basketball, we are uh, taking our lunch bag. So these are the work we are using our own energy to work. Okay, then the next one, types of forces. Okay, there are different types of forces are there. Okay, so the first one is mechanical force. What's the first one? Mechanical force. Okay, machines such as bulldozer, we all know that bulldozer, tractor, a pair of scissors, okay, make use of mechanical force to do their work. Okay, if you are taking a scissor and cutting a paper, there is a mechanical force in it. Okay, so mechanical force can help us to cut. So mechanical force can help us to cut, break, compress, bend or stretching a material. Okay, so a pair of scissor, okay, a scissor can use the mechanical force to cut the paper. Okay, bulldozer pushes the mud, it uses it mechanical force, right? A tractor using mechanical force to pull the trailer. Okay, so machine needs some energy. Okay, machine need energy to exert a mechanical force. If the bulldozer wants to pushes the mud, then there will be some mechanical work, so there will be some energy needed, right? So the energy is provided by petrol or diesel or anything. Okay, so we are using our muscular energy to operate the scissor, right? So the mechanical force is exerted by the scissor. Okay, so the mechanical force is exerted by the scissor and it cut the paper. So the next one is gravitational force. Okay, so gravitational force means we are able to stand on the earth, right? We can able to walk, we can dance, we can run. So that is due to the gravitational force. Okay, so the new natural force. Okay, so the new natural force are the force experienced by the gravity and magnetic field. Okay, we are standing due to gravity and magnetic field. So these two forces act as a proper distance. Okay, so do not require any direct contact between the objective function. So the earth exerts a force. Okay, from the earth there is a force that is called gravity. Okay, so the two natural forces. Okay, that we are experiencing two natural forces, that are the force of gravity and force of the magnetic field. Okay, so these two forces act as a particular distance, and we cannot require any direct contact between the object. Okay, so earth exerts a force, that force is called gravity. Okay, earth exerts a force called gravity. If you are throwing any balloon in the air, or if you are throwing any ball in the air, it go up and it come again down. Okay, that is due to, if you throw above, it takes some few seconds to come down, right? So this happens due to the gravitational force. Okay, gravitational force, it pulls everything to the center, right? We are able to stand on the earth, right? It is due to the pulling of earth toward the ground. Okay, if you go to the space, we cannot be able to run or walk anything, right? We are floating in the atmosphere, so there is no gravity. Okay, there is no gravitational force. Because of the gravitational force only we can able to walk on the air, we can run. Okay, so some sun also exerts some gravitational force. Okay, so what's the use of this gravitational force exerted by the sun? It makes the orbit to run, it makes the planet to revolve around the orbit. Okay, it make the orbit, planet revolve around the orbit. Okay, if the earth did not exert any gravitational force, if the earth does not any exert any gravitational force, we will be floating in the earth. Okay, we cannot be able to walk around, we will be floating in the air. Okay, if the sun also didn't exert any gravitational force, the planets will not be in the orbit, they can collide each other, they will be pushing each other or pulling each other. They will collide mean they will um, collide mean they will pushes each other. Okay, they will come in direct contact with each other. Okay, if the earth they didn't exert any gravitational force, we cannot be able to walk around, we will be floating. Okay, likewise if the sun didn't exert any gravitational force, the planets will not be revolving around in the orbit. Okay, so in totally the gravitational force is a natural force exerted by the earth. Okay, there is no gravity in the atmosphere, space, right? So we cannot be able to walk or run in the space. Okay, do you understand? Okay, the next one is friction. Okay, next one is friction. Friction is an object action of one object or surface moving against another. The force exerted in this process can stop a moving object. Okay, friction is action of the one object or surface moving against another. Okay, moving against another, that is called friction. Moving against the other. Okay, it is between the two object, it is moving against, act in the opposite direction. Okay, acting against in the opposite direction. The force exerted in the object can make moving and stop the moving. If you are riding a bicycle, okay, if you are riding a bicycle, suddenly if you push the brake, the bicycle will stop, right? So an opposite action given by the brake to stop the vehicle, so that is the friction. Okay, so the frictional forces act in the opposite direction to slow down the movement of the object. Okay, stronger frictional force can be exerted on the rough surface. Okay, if you strong frictional force can be applied on the rough surface, and the lighter frictional force can be applied on the smooth surface. Okay, if you are riding bicycle in a road, tar road, then on the floor of the rise. Okay, if you are going in the tar road, okay, if you are going on the tar road, what will happen? We can stop the bicycle easily, right? If we can stop the bicycle easily. If you are going on the floor of ice, what will happen? If you put the brake also, you will fall down. Similarly the bicycle will be moving here and there, right? So that is frictional force. Okay, frictional force, we are using frictional force in our day to day activities, right? So we are walking, right? So that is a frictional force. This frictional force help us to slip, help us to walk straightly. Okay, help us not to fall or help us not to slip, that is a frictional force. Okay, the friction is there. Okay, frictional force is a steadiness. Okay, steadiness is there, that will keep us to walk steadily, that make us to not fall down. Okay, then sometimes the frictional force can be harmful. Okay, sometimes the frictional force can be harmful, sometimes it is useful. If you are Not lubricate means if you are not putting grease or oil, or if you are not maintaining your cycle properly, while you are putting giving brake, suddenly it will happen some harmful accident will be happen. Okay, with the friction in the same. Okay, if you are not lubricating your bike regularly with the oil, the friction in the chain and axle will increases. Okay, your bike will become noisy, you feel difficult to pedal, and the brake will be off. Okay, the brake wear will be sometime cut off, maybe cut off. Okay, so the frictional force is the action of one object against the other. Okay, action of objects against the other, that is the frictional force. So the frictional force happens in our day to day activities. Okay, it helps us not to fall below. Okay, then the some frictional forces harmful. If you are not lubricating your bicycle every day regularly, the friction in the chain increases, if you are not able to ride your bike properly. Okay, that is friction. Okay, so gravitational force we have learned about friction. Then the next one is magnetic force. Okay, I think you have played with a magnet, right? If the two magnet come together, the opposite side, okay, opposite side attract each other, and the same side will repel each other. Okay, so this property of magnet is called magnetism. Okay, this property is called magnetism. The force exerted by the body, okay, the exerted by the magnet is called magnetic forces. Okay, so the magnetic force attracts certain type of metal, right? It pull the object towards it, or sometimes it push away. Okay, so magnet are used in several objects. Okay, so it is used in the compass means not drawing compass, it is used in the direction finding compass. Okay, north, south, east, west direction, if we need to find that direction, we are using that compass. Inside the compass there is a magnet. Okay, then atm card we are using atm card, right? That atm card also have magnetic stripe, it is used to store the information. Okay, so that magnets are used for storing the information. So atm card have magnetic stripe which is used to store the information. Do you understand up to this? So what are the forces today we have learned? Gravitational force, friction, and magnetic force. So what is gravitational force? Gravitational force mean for natural force between the earth. Okay, force given by the earth. Okay, then sun also exerts some gravitational force. Then friction mean opposite force. Okay, friction is the opposite force. Okay, then magnetic force mean exerted by the magnet. If two magnet come to each other, opposite side attract and the same side will repel. So the magnetic force exerted is called magnetism. Okay, that is called, this process is called magnetism. Okay, so today I will send the notes, so copy it in your notebook. Okay, so if you have any doubt, we will discuss it in the Zoom class. Okay, or else if you have any doubt, you can call me or you can text me, no problem, you can call me or text me. Okay, so we will meet in our next class. After copying, take a snapshot and send to my number. Okay, so we will meet in our next class. Until, take care, bye bye, thank you.